Welcome to a new daily top Askreddit video. Today's topic. How would you feel about a feature where if someone upvotes a crosspost, the original post is upvoted automatically? What about subs that crosspost from other subs to mock them? Yeah, I was hoping someone had already commented this. I'd hate to upvote a critique of something I disagree with only for the despicable thing to also get upvoted. You'd just have to go to the original post and downvote it there. The pharmaceutical companies would be outraged. Let's hope Big Pharma doesn't hear about this then. We really need to do something about SMH. Would prevent karma theft. Had that happened to me once, but I stole the karma. Still feel bad. Everything's made up and the points don't matter. You could easily abuse this and force cross-posted content to the top of smaller, laxly moderated subs that no one in that community actually wants to see. I was thinking along those lines. A lot of subs only want fitting content upvoted, but drama and cringe type subreddits in particular could cause the wrong content being pushed to the top. It would be weird to see a post in a smaller subreddit with thousands of points just because it got cross-posted somewhere more popular. /thread. The only way to get around this is to not affect the post score but still give them karma directly. That's not ideal either. Imagine a Nazi dipshit posts some kind of Nazi bullshit to a small Nazi sub, has it called out on a more popular Nazi sub, and get thousands of upvotees for it. Disagreed. The message of the post is based on context. A message may be supportive in one sub, or humorous in another, or distasteful in yet another sub. It may be completely irrelevant in another sub, thus deserving of downvotes. The votes are completely contextual. There seems to be a problem with Reddit that some people use it to see specific, community-focused things while others are looking for broader, more generic entertainment. The second group seems to slowly erode the identity of any sufficiently popular sub to eventually just have nothing but the same content all the other subs have. Such a system would only further that process. It's probably because of all the people who switch to Reddit from Facebook. Oh, my privacy. What's Reddit? It's a message board with dedicated communities so that you can share what you know, and learn with like-minded individuals. I just want a news feed. But no news. Just low-quality memes. Will totally lead to abuse. Yup, this would cause super posts which would absolutely be abused by various subs, we all know who. Karma farmers will just download and re-upload the image before posting instead of using the crosspost function. Regardless, I think it'd be a nice feature. They would still get an upvote. Big doubt. If they download the image and re-upload the image, Reddit, the system, will just recognize it as a new image, thus, loophole. Unless you mean Reddit somehow scans it and gives the original upvotees, which I really doubt Reddit has the capacity or desire to do so, as that will heavily cut into their workload and finances, if we're building stuff up and adding new hardware. The thing is that a good post on one sub might be a bad post on another. If something is relevant in one sub but irrelevant in another, the downvotes from the sub where it's not relevant would take upvotees from the post that's highly relevant. Exactly this. I think lately people have started to just upvote everything they find interesting / funny regardless of the sub. Automatic upvoting would only make the situation worse. I find that behavior perplexing. For me, whether a content is relevant to the sub can make or break the post, so seeing any post get to the top any sub is infuriating. Lots of the ruin of popular subs can be traced directly back to that behavior. Is this the fault of new Reddit or something? Sometimes you crosspost because op was a dick, so no. How about when a repost if upvoted the karma goes to the original? That would be extremely difficult to program, as if you test to see if a repost matches the original by X% then meme formats would cease to exist, but if it goes by 100% mayhe then you could simply crop or put a filter over the image. Edit, big oof, I'm wrong. There are already bots that comment on some subs checking if it's a repost if it's a picture link. /pics in shambles. I dunno op, how would you feel about world peace? Actually, what op described is a pretty terrible idea. Crossposts are used just as often as not to deliver a different message to the original. Karma farming at its finest. This is not a good idea. The original post might not fit in the original sub. Or the crosspost might be a meta post and the original post may not really offer any value. If you wanna upvote the original post, it's just 2 clicks. Too many ways to abuse that system. You would have people cross-posting their shitposts all over the place. Does it matter? Karma literally does nothing. No. Just because a post is good / bad on one subreddit doesn't mean it's good / bad on another subreddit. I will choose what to vote on. I do not need Reddit voting on my behalf. Just because someone posted a submission that is off topic in a specific subreddit, that is then cross-posted to a more appropriate subreddit and becomes successful, does not mean that the original poster gets credit for posting something that doesn't fit in the original subreddit. Different subs exist for different content. Should upvotees on /r/watch pop lady boost a troll post to /r/or? I would rather have development go into a feature where a user doesn't see cross-posted content more than one time in their feed. I'd just be happy if my feed would update more often than once every 5th Sunday. What are you sorting your homepage by? How would you feel if people didn't use Askreddit for stupid shit like this? How about Reddit gets rid of this upvote /downvote bullshit altogether and just let people discuss? No more karma crap. Why do people care about karma? Except that it's artificially created drama by the developers and people fall for it. What about downvotes? I already hate the voting system. Do not support. The voting system is kind of a central part of what makes Reddit, well, Reddit. I figured you might be new here, but you've stuck around for 6 years, so you must not hate it that much. How about who gives a fuck about karma? Saves me some time. I wouldn't like it because a post might have been cross-posted from a subreddit where it didn't belong, and I don't want to upvote that, just the cross-post. Smaller subs have a number of upvotees proportional to their size. Introducing RPX numbers of votes would throw out the balance in non-deedled subs and lead to homogenized content and subreddits. Intuition tells me this is probably the right answer. But I don't see a problem with giving it a try. I just wouldn't care. It's fake internet points that do nothing. Reddit is heterologically comprised of self-posts, or links to other posts on other sites. Another post in another subreddit is no different, just sharing content from elsewhere outside the target sub. Would that not just end up as a massive invitation to spammers and karma farmers to set up circles of cross-posts that invoke vast amounts of upvotees? Cross-posts made into invite-only subreddits should be explicitly disqualified from this, for exactly this reason. Are imaginary points really that important to you? This is not a good idea. Think about it, someone could game the system and self-cross-post their own work to garner more publicity. Imagine a musician wants to post their song. After posting it on a major subreddit, they could then cross-post to all the music subreddits out there that they feel fall within that subreddit's guidelines, and even 4 or 5 extra upvotees from each subreddit means their post would become extremely popular on the subreddit they originally intended. Maybe this only would be a good idea if a certain threshold was met. Upvotees and downvotes are meaningless, so why complicate uselessness? Core. God, y'all care too much about internet points. I'd love it. Fair is fair. Seems like another easy way to farm karma. Who gives a fuck? On one hand, that would be helpful most of the time, and on the other there are many instances where a post is appropriate for the subreddit to which it was cross-posted but not the original. For instance, I regularly see cross-posts from r/who.maturgive up to r/.deadopicide for which I would like to upvote the cross-post but downvote, and report, the original post. Conversely, there are cross-posts that I would like to downvote for being off-topic but I would like to upvote the original. What I would like to see is upvote and downvote buttons within the crosspost window thing. Awesome. I always upvote the crosspost and the original post, so that would make it easier. Plus it's just logical. I didn't realize that this did not happen. How about a feature where you can cash your karma for real-world currency? Positive. I see double, triple, n times voting on the same post. I like the idea, but some posts don't fit particular subs, so a post not appropriate for a sub could get upvoted because it was cross-posted into a more fitting sub. I would love it. Is Joe Biden plagiarizing again? Sort by top in a lot of small subreddits would be skewed heavily by cross-posts to major subreddits. Smaller subs have a number of upvotees proportional to their size. Introducing RPX numbers of votes would throw out the balance in non-deedled subs and lead to homogenized content and subreddits. I could see this being abused. Like it, but would depend on the context of the subreddit. Problem is with cross-posts that criticize or make fun of the original. It sounds okay, but I might not wanna upvote the post in the original sub. Would be better if it upvotes the original and downvoted the copy post. I like this idea, but maybe allow mods to turn it off on their sub. Who would possibly give a Christ? No, because the individual communities should decide what gets upvoted in their sub. However, links to the same source content reposted within a certain time frame should have this happen, where the original post gets the karma.